think that I don't really pay attention to the talk. Names don't really mean anything to me. Times don't mean anything to me. I love all the, swim, swimming world, everything. I don't look at any of it. I think really I'm just staying in my own lane.
When you're in the water, it's silent. And you can have a full team there, but when you're pushing your body physically, it's just you and, the limits that you mentally think you have.
Chuck and I first met and first kind of went through this process of him coming to Cal in the fall of 2013. And him just hanging out around the pool at the end of practice, one of our first practices, and just really, again, with that big smile on his face, almost this idea of, I can't believe I'm here, sort of idea. And it's been that way ever since. I mean, ever since our first day of being here together at Berkeley to just now. There's always that joyful sense of him being present in the moment, which is really cool to be around.
I loved my experience at Harvard. Like you said, it's considered the greatest university in the world, and it was always my dream to go there. And I think when I realized that, it was a huge moment for me. And then, kind of making the transition to Cal, there's another level, as you can see by our performances tonight, that the program really takes it to.
To put it simply, Chuckkatis was the man. The 5-time regional champion and 3-time state champion swimmer held 2 national high school records and sped through the lanes quicker than he slid into the hearts of his admirers who saw our press release.
I knew I wanted to swim at the next level, probably when I was 5 or 6, my first race. When you get that rush, that feeling that, everything comes down to one moment, and if you can perform, you go after that and you put your head down and race. And I got really addicted to that. It was incredible, and I knew that I wanted to take it as far as I could. It was my goal for so long to get to Harvard. And when that happened, I realized how much I really loved the sport, and that if I wasn't going after that goal, the same intensity level that I was going after Harvard, I wouldn't even be happy at Harvard. And that called to my mom to say, hey, guess what? I'm leaving Harvard. She hung up. In transferring out to Berkeley, I recognized that a lot of, the competitiveness and that's getting to that next level of success is really dependent on a mindset. And everyone, across the board here thinks that way. And that's just how it is, and that's the focus. So I knew I had to be a part of that, and it helped me because I realized the training is one thing. The next level is, how do you put yourself in a situation where there's so much, seeming pressure and perform every time.
If you don't have the right mentality as a swimmer in your day in, day out, week to week mentality, knowing that you're going to have to sacrifice some other things to get better as an athlete, then really swimming is probably not the right sport for you.
But when I think about swimming, I think the key is that humble confidence, so knowing you're good enough. It's the same thing on the business side, and in life in general, I think, which is, you need that sort of humble confidence to be able to approach a situation and solve problems.
I think Chuck as a swimmer is a unique person in that he brings a lot of natural talent, natural aquatic feel for what he does, a lot of his intelligence, and then a lot of his creativity. In other words, we could ask him to do a specific drill, and Chuck's always going to bring just a little extra to that, a little extra creativity. That's something where you sit back as a coach and say, I haven't thought about doing it that way. And so I end up learning more from Chuck than probably Chuck does from me in our coach-athlete relationship.
I first got into swimming because of my neighborhood pool. The community had a pool, and every summer, just about every kid in the neighborhood was down at the pool all day. And my mom looked at me and said, you've never trained swimming before. Let's see what happens if you do. She always found a way. My mom always found a way. Whatever we needed to do to get through, to provide for us as a single mother, to allow us to go compete, to train at the highest level. So this attitude of never quitting, of just going relentlessly after what you want. She taught me that not through books or through speaking, but through her actions.
Maybe we can get you back here for the holidays.
Yeah, I'll definitely get back. What are you up to tonight?
Well, I have to renew a real estate license, so I'll be on a computer doing some continuing ed.
Some IT work?
I still haven't figured out how to install my graphics computer.
Oh gosh.
So that, I guess we'll wait until you get back here for Christmas.
Hey, do you guys have this thing called the internet out there yet?
No.
I'm just kidding.
It's just I can't figure out how to hook up to the server.
Yeah. I miss you out here.
Great move for me.
Yeah.
What then?
I said I miss you out here.
I know. I'll have to plan a visit out there too.
Yeah, you and Jamie too.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
A swimmer views the Olympics as the pinnacle of the sport. And when you see, you're growing up and you see those four guys represent the U.S., break world records, it's one of the coolest things to see because, you see a reflection of yourself in that and you're proud of that moment. So it's the biggest possible stage for swimming at this time. 2012 to me was a way to get my foot in the door, to see what actually goes on, to walk out under the lights and be freaked out and get that out of my system. In 2016, I went into the meet with a totally different mindset, which was, I'll be there, I'll do whatever it takes to get to that spot. And it was exciting. I got through to the semifinals, just totally different level of pressure that I didn't know before. I walked out of the pool and I was like, well, it is what it is. You don't make it. It's not, don't cry over spilt milk. When you feel like things aren't going well, when you see people not responding to what you think is so important, it's really easy. It's probably common actually to sit back and say, oh, everything's so difficult. This is a tough thing. Everyone told me it's tough. But the unnatural response, which I think we need more of in the world, is to look at that problem and say, I caused that, or there's a reason for that, so let's solve it.
Nothing comes easy. Nothing. Academics, athletics, etc. Nothing comes easy, and you have to have the right mentality. You have to have perseverance in order to have success in this environment. And I've always been drawn to people, to athletes that demonstrate that quality. When you have that mentality about what you do, success is soon to follow.
It's going to be different every year, but I think to just kind of get the guys excited going to Pac-12s and C2As and really just fire them up.
The collegiate swimmer, community leader, exceptional student, and entrepreneur's greatest talent is magic. Yes, the miracle child is ironically a magician too.
I got into magic in 2000, and we took a family vacation to London and ended up meeting a street magician in London. He performed a coin trick, and I looked at my mom and said, we need this, we're gonna be rich, I'll pay you back in 10 minutes. Unknown to me, I didn't see that it was a street performer. She said, no, you don't need to buy something like this. But unknown to me, she went back and purchased the magic tray for Christmas or my birthday.
So as we've been teasing throughout the whole meet here with about Chuck, you do a lot of magic, and it's not just to entertain just the masses, but you've done it throughout the years to really go to hospitals and help young kids kind of feel a little bit better about their situation. So talk about how that all started.
Yeah, that started way back in high school. When I picked up magic at the start, I wanted to apply it to a group of people that I believe needed the escape. So for that second, when you're watching the magic, you stop thinking about the tests or the treatments or everything you have to go through if you're, especially as a younger cancer patient.
Magic allowed me to get through really difficult times because it's a great reminder that something incredible can be created just from dedicated, relentless hard work. And I think there's something very attractive to that concept, that what you put into it, like, you're gonna get back out of it.
This for real?
This for real? Hey, you remember the one time I came down before, right? Yeah. My mom's sister.
You was in the Olympics?
Yeah. Not yet. I was close.
You know this dude? You're a swimmer. So how'd that work out?
It was good. I was a few spots short of making the team, but I kind of like...
Oh, you're gonna try again?
Oh yeah, 2020. So it looks like this. Just say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Look at the card. You take it. You can show it to all these guys, show it to the cameras. You can come in if you want.
Y'all see that, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Put it in the deck at the bottom?
In the middle somewhere, so I don't know where it is.
Close your eyes.
Oh man, this guy's tricky.
There you
Oh
go.
man.
There you go.
Okay, so let's see if we can do this.
Let's see.
So, ready? Looks like that. Jumps right to the top. I think entrepreneur is a really nice sounding word for something that takes a lot more grit. I don't think it really captures, it sounds too nice. To me, entrepreneur is just really being creative and seeing the world in a way that most people might not. That, to me, that mindset or that approach, I never viewed it as not wanting to work for someone. It was more like I see myself as working for people because I want to supply something that people are greatly benefited by.
You've got some kind of, I don't want to say side gigs. I mean, you've been working with a lot of, you're an entrepreneur. That's a good way to describe it. Talk about some of the things you've been doing and creating and producing for the world.
Yeah, so the most recent thing is, leveraging my experience training combined with some artificial intelligence to create a training robot. So this thing watches you work out and it gives you feedback and, specific ways to perfect your form. And then it gives you a workout each day and trains you just like a personal trainer.
The great thing about BODbox is that it's taking this idea of movement and giving that instant feedback to the person that is moving, without having a coach or just an arbitrary person telling you that you're doing it right or that you're doing it wrong.
It just would watch you and analyze and give insight. So it really came from a point of trying to simplify the concept of optimized training. It was something I wanted to solve for myself. Especially after 2016, I knew there were ways that I could get better.
It really helps fine-tune the human eye to what needs to be done in whatever movement may be being done. a weight room movement, a start off the blocks, whatever it may be. That's what's great about Chuck's technology.
There's a lot of hype in the training world right now about wearable technology and about having to wear sensors. BODbox is unique because it works from afar just based off of color. She is. Oh, these ones are done. So we'll do it with the two ones. What's up, guys? This is Chuck here. We're in the throwback weight room again. As you can see, we've got all kind of machines here. We got the Platinum Peak crew yet again with the great shots, and we got the bot. Here we have our boxing setup. This is just to show you another movement that we could track and optimize with the BODbox. You know, my background is not in boxing, but just to explain a little bit, as you're moving here, you can see that the bot is tracking this shirt color right now. So it's looking at my core position. And if you were to track that over the course of your workout or just a movement like that, we're gonna be able to give you more insight, which we'll show you on the video. We'll link to that and show you what kind of feedback you're getting. But have a good night. We're gonna go back to the boxing a little bit. Oh, what's up? In order to hand build and create the first 30 or so BODboxes, I had to teach myself a lot about engineering, about coding. I had to pick up a lot of different languages in that period of time. You know, and that took a lot of dedication, but to me it was the same thing as swim training. So in my mind, I actually saw it as a way to get better in the pool because I knew that refining my discipline in coding or in picking up these new skills was going to help me in the water because it just made me mentally tougher. So now when I'm in the pool, it seems easy relative to the other stuff. There were probably 1,000 times during this process of the last 8 months or so that it seemed as if everyone was telling you not to do what you want to do most. In order to persevere through that and show those people that this is really what I want to do, this is very doable, and now we're doing it, was a really interesting experience and a humbling one at that, because you really got to work. There's no secret. My best event and best stroke is breaststroke. I'd say I'm a sprinter, so I really enjoy the 100, the 50. Still the fastest ever 50 breaststroke in yards. So that's my claim to fame in swimming. Confidence is probably the most important component in pushing from being a good swimmer, good athlete, to great or unstoppable. And you can't fake that. You know, that confidence comes from training, putting in the work, and then just knowing you're good enough. So that at the time that you get to, you know, national level competition, or you're with a bunch of guys that want to go win NC2As or break an American record, the question becomes like, why not us? Like, we're confident, we know we're good enough, and it's not an arrogance, it's just, let's go do it. So I'd say it takes you to the next level.
But let me first start by saying thank you. And it appears like I have a ton of great reasons to be up here, especially after that incredible introduction. But what you probably don't know is I actually have far more pressing reasons not to be up here. What most people don't know is that I was raised by a single beautiful mother. My twin sister and I struggled to make it through the week. At times we didn't have enough food in the kitchen cabinet. I remember standing there with her before one of our swim practices one day, wondering how the hell we were going to get through the week. We didn't have enough money, we didn't have enough food. Our mom was working 2 or 3 jobs depending on the week, and we were just getting by. I'm here to tell you guys, to show you guys, that whatever you want to do, you can do it. I'm accomplishing my dreams, I'm accomplishing my goals, going after this Olympic dream, forming companies, starting this nonprofit, because that's what I have visualized for myself. So I'm not up here to tell you some crazy stories and ramble on about how you have to work hard and everything will be great for the rest of your life. But what I am here to tell you is that if you recenter, refocus, and ask yourself that #1 question, am I watching closely? The world will open itself up to you.
And then see where it takes me.
Nice, that's awesome, Bob.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you for going after it.
thanks. Yeah, and then I'm going to go work out.
What are you going to do for workout?
Well, I'm canceling my Solus gym tomorrow,
Mhm.
so I'm going to my last, little Pilates class.
You're supposed to say bod box. I'm just kidding.
But I'm canceling it because I feel like I can just go running and do stuff like that. It'd
Yeah.
be better.
Yeah, and maybe swim a little bit.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm up to. Well, what are you doing?
We're doing a little bod box stuff, so it's exciting.
What was the big screen thing you guys were watching yesterday?
Oh, we were doing, that was this morning at 5:45 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We were doing a little stroke analytics for freestyle. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, we're just watching some of the best races and then trying to learn from that. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah. I'm going to go film and do this workout with these guys, so I should probably run, but just want to say love you.
Okay. Okay, love you
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
love you. Bye.
Pre-race, generally, there's a little meditation, just trying to stay calm, make sure I have good fuel, good food going into a meet or a race. And then I'd say it's a calm confidence, so knowing that you're good enough to be there, reinforcing that mentally, working through the warm-up, which, as an athlete, you've done that hundreds, if not thousands of times. So having that process set is really key for me. And then as I step out onto the blocks, it's really about, this is a mental approach, is like own that, and get big and like believe in your ability as an athlete. I think the best progress I've ever made in life is really just a result of being so bullheaded and relentless that if I want something, I'm going to go after it until I get it. Like I said before, that was my mother's influence in a very positive way. It's like, you want something, you're going to have to go work for it. Whether that's in the pool, or in the business world, there's no shortcuts and you're going to get knocked down. So it's who's the guy that's going to get back up, this is cliche, but one more time. And I kind of relate to that. I've never been a boxer, but I see it as that in a very positive sense, is being able to get back up one more time just makes you so much stronger.
I keep kicking at the curb with my worn out shoes, and I keep running into strangers that say I know you. And I don't wanna be a proud man, just wanna be a man, a little less like my father and more like my dad. I wanna hunt like David, I wanna kill me a giant man, I wanna slay my demons, but I got lots of them, I got lots of them. Try to keep my conscience clean. I try to keep myself out of your bad dreams. I try to wash my hands for you every night. Oh, lest you find my strangling fingers wrapped around. I wanna hunt like David, I wanna kill me a giant man, I wanna slay my demons, but I got lots of them, I got lots of them.
You've got it? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys something. Hold the Sharpie. Now in your mind, I want you to think of a card. You've got it? Okay, everyone remember? You got it? Okay, now look. Take the Sharpie. Look, here, you hold it. Now with both hands, I want you to rub the logo of the Sharpie. Look.
Uh-oh, I'm getting nervous about this.
Okay, for the first time, what was the card you thought of? Six of clubs. Look, watch closely. Look at the logo.
Oh, can you guys get in on that? Oh my goodness.
Mind blown. It's amazing. What does it say?
6 of clubs, and it's written in black too.
How do you think he did that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
IUK.
So anyway, almost a year later, hundreds of card tricks later, a few hospitals later, I started a nonprofit to apply this skill to something that really meant something to me. I was now watching closely, as I urged you guys to do. But what this really taught me was that when you begin to start watching your life closely, it will change for the better, and it will also change who you are.
I wanna hunt like David. I wanna kill me a giant man. I wanna slay my demons, but I got lots of them. I wanna hunt like David. I wanna kill me a giant man. I wanna slay my demons, but I got lots of them. I've got lots of them.